Sugot na tayo. And then, so, hihimayin po natin yung lahat ng sections na yan. But then, one very important po that I would like to emphasize is the fact that magbibigay tayo ng examples. Ano po? Kasi mas madaling, mas tatatak to mga tinuturo namin sa inyo if we provide some examples. But then, yung example po na gagamitin ko is the exact same example that I covered during our webinar on how to write an effective research proposal. So ito, may continuation kasi from research proposal, original article na may results na dadagdagan natin. But then, disclaimer ulit. This is a hypothetical example. Huwag niyo po itong gagawin for research sa inyo kasi ito po ay, again, just for the purpose of exemplification. Hindi po ito namin inire-recommend na gagawin po ninyo. So don't perform or don't adapt like the information that we'll use to for the examples for running experiments at home. Huwag niyo po itong gagayahin. Ano po? Okay, so first part, summary or abstract, an overview of the study. So gaya po ng sinabi ko, if you would refer back to the training course on how to write an effective research proposal, merong tatlong basic sections sa isang abstract. So the first of which is a very brief discussion or brief mention of the background. So what problems need to be solved or what questions need to be answered, and then what has been done before. So typically po, we dedicate 1 to 2 sentences lang for that part. And then secondly is the problem statement. So what specific questions are you proposing to answer, or what specific questions have you answered in this study? And then the third part here is key results. So a summary of your conclusion. So usually we limit an abstract to about 300 words po in length. So kapag medyo mas humaba na dyan, medyo hindi na siya maganda. It's quite taxing kasi again, intention. Ang una pong binabasa ng readers is the abstract. Kapag hindi nila nakita yung gist or yung main message of the article, sometimes hindi na po nila babasahin yan. Yeah, medyo ganun po. Kasi minsan, for example, this morning po, I had to read 200 abstracts for a particular project. And so papasadahan ko lang po yung abstract na yun. Kapag hindi ko nakukuha yung keywords or yung key ideas that I'm looking for, then obviously hindi ko po siya babasahin kasi I only have so much time in the day for me to read the article. So again, yung abstract po, at yung abstract po yung unang lumalabas when you do database searches. Kapag na-search ka sa Google Scholar or SciFinder or other scientific article databases, ito, like most of the search engines would spit out the title, the authors, and the abstract. So again, write your abstract properly. Okay, and this is an example. So again, yung ating hypothetical scenario, you were synthesizing gold nanoparticles using several synthetic methods. So for example, yung napakita po dito, it's a reaction between silver chloride and sodium citrate to make size-controlled nanoparticles. So this is just an example po of some of the statements that I hypothetically would write if I were performing this. So the study is about development of anti-cancer treatment drugs. So una-una, so cancer has been a leading cause of death. So kung makikita niyo po dito, you started with a very broad statement, and then after that, you can follow it up with the development of metal nanoparticles as anti-cancer drugs as an active area of research. So from cancer, which is a very broad topic, you actually narrow it down by talking about anti-cancer drug development. And then yung pangalawa po niyan, it's followed by a problem statement. So this study identified cost-effective synthetic routes to gold nanoparticles and explore effect, size, and morphology on anti-cancer activity. So nandun na yung objective nyo. Ano ba yung sinusubukan mong gawin? Gagawa daw po ng murang anti-cancer drug, and then titingnan gumagana ba siya sa pag-prevent ng cancer. Okay, and then the last part here talks about, again, specifics of the proposed study, hypothesis, and general objectives. So light-mediated synthesis of gold nanoparticles is a potentially cost-effective synthesis process, for example. So dun ka na nagbabanggit ng specific approach or a specific synthetic strategy. And then lastly, you talk about nanoparticles with sizes between meters, most effective anti-cancer agents based on in vivo study. So nandun na pumasok na yung scope ng inyong study. So if you notice, from a very broad statement, you're actually narrowing it down or deductively talking about your approach papunta na dun sa specific scope ng inyong study. So ganyan po yung approach. So hindi po pwedeng ay sobrang puro broad statement hanggang sa matapos na yung abstract. Hindi po yan papatusan or hindi yan masyadong babasahin ng inyong ng readers. Okay.